This is a huge news update for Shadowkeep and Armor 2.0. Bungie recently showed the world the Armor 2.0 customization preview during their live stream. This video and podcast episode is going to hone in on the important details of that Armor 2.0 stream. It was a good one, so hold on to your ghosts. Hey everyone, how's it going? Kevin Scrimmer here on Scrimmer Games, and welcome to Gamers Reality. First thing you'll notice is that over each character is an icon showing whether the character is a Titan, Warlock, or Hunter. So there's quite a bit of UI improvements. On the main Guardian character screen, you'll notice quite a few different things, like the Glimmer capacity increased from 100,000 to 250,000. That's a big and welcome increase. Not sure with the new Shadowkeep economy how fast we'll be losing Glimmer, but either way, that Glimmer increase is going to help a lot. You'll notice the artifact icon below the ghost icon, and the character's ghost floating over his shoulder and the sparrow parked behind the character. That way everyone can see all the aesthetics and the whole build of the Guardian, including the ghost and sparrow. Next to the character are the 6 icons for all the armor stats, which we'll go over pretty soon. First thing they do in the stream and first thing you should do when Shadowkeep drops is go pick up Armor 2.0 from the gunsmith at the tower if you earned the legendary set for the Solstice of Heroes armor. The screen will show Solstice of Heroes, enter class name here, armor upgrade. And the description shows, contains an updated set of legendary Solstice of Heroes armor. In bounties, you'll notice the gunsmith has 1 extra weekly bounty, and in a material exchange, you'll notice quite a few new things, such as the new mods for Armor 2.0, 2 weird cube looking things, not sure if that's a new item or placeholder or what, then 2 new materials and 1 that looks familiar if you played Destiny 1. We'll get to that a little later. Let's go over the stats real quick to see what you'll be increasing. There's mobility, which increases your movement speed and maximum jump height. Resilience increases the amount of damage you can take before dying, so it increases your shield capacity. Recovery increases the speed at which you regain lost health, so it increases the recovery rate. Discipline decreases the cooldown time of grenades, so the ability cooldown for grenades can go from 1 minute 30 seconds down to under 1 minute, which is a big difference. Intellect decreases the cooldown of the super ability, so it can start anywhere from 6 minutes to something like lower than 2 minutes it looks like, question mark, which would be pretty crazy if that's true. Last but not least, strength decreases the cooldown time of your melee ability, which can start at over 1 minute 30 or go as low as what looks like less than 30 seconds, which is also pretty crazy, especially for a Titan anyway with Peregrine Greaves. I'm looking at the bars for the stats on the stream and assuming the increase or decrease it shows is consistent the whole way from 0 energy to 10 energy. So not sure about that consistent increase or decrease. What's nice is that they have a bar with actual metrics to show you the effect these stat increases have on your character. From what it sounds like, the same armor you find is going to have different stats, so no more unnecessary grinding for armor with certain perks. For the mods, which are basically the perks now, as long as you've unlocked them, you can switch and match anytime you'd like. It will just cost 500 Glimmer. While the Bungie team was selecting their mods on screen, they actually spoke about their decisions for which mods to put on for their characters in a very intellectual way that made sense. Rodney was like, okay, I want to be a support character with my Titan with Weapons of Light and from the melee shield buff and Lumina, so I'm going to buff melee with mods and use lots of sniper mods. Then the other was like, I'm in a chill and relaxed mood today, so I want my Warlock's arc buddy to do all the work, which was pretty freaking cool by the way. I've actually never seen that before. Basically the ghost was shooting arc and doing all the work, killing enemies in the strike. Then the other was like, for my Hunter, I want to increase my smoke grenade rate so he can go invisible more often. It was really cool how many possibilities Armor 2.0 opens up. So at any time, as long as you have the mods, you can play the game how you like to play the game, which is how it should be. I'm so glad Bungie is getting rid of the old armor system because this was very much needed. It's better than filling up the inventory and vault space with armor because it has some good perks and before you know it, you don't have any inventory room or vault space. Armor 2.0 is going to make this game so much more convenient and organized. So dismantle most of your armor and just get rid of it, because you probably don't use it or won't be using it after Armor 2.0. Keep your exotics, those will be converted. Keep your weapons, of course. I actually just got done last night dismantling most of my armor 1.0. Probably about 95% of my armor is gone, but I also gained like probably almost 800 legendary shards and probably 20, 30 enhancement cores. It was nice. So dismantle most of your armor and just get rid of it because you probably don't use it or won't be using it after Armor 2.0. You're also going to need legendary shards for armor upgrades, so there's that. So make sure you're stocking up on those. Forage and activity farming is a great way for that. All of the exotics will be converted to Armor 2.0. The regular armor will not, but if you find legendary armor out in the wild after Shadowkeep launches, that will be Armor 2.0. This armor is also becoming more similar to the armor transmog in World of Warcraft, which is an awesome feature in WoW, by the way. I couldn't tell if it was any armor skin or just any ornament, like if Eververse armor turns into ornaments, but seems like it will be just ornaments. Everybody will be able to wear whatever armor aesthetics they want. They have the armor screens separated from armor mods and appearance, so everything is a lot easier to look at. When you use the mods, they don't go away. They're yours to keep forever and to switch around. So don't buy any more mods right now. Save all your mod components in case you need them. Each armor piece can go up to 10 energy. The first 7 increases will cost Glimmer, legendary shards, and enhancement cores. After that, enhancement cores are replaced with enhancement prisms, which we saw earlier in Banshee 44's stock. Not sure how difficult it is going to be to get enhancement prisms or how costly they are. They could be like how enhancement cores were at first. I feel like it won't be easy. I also wonder if they'll be used for anything else besides armor upgrades. And there are also Ascendant Shards, which the gunsmith was also selling. Remember those from Destiny 1? For the final upgrade, it costs 1 Ascendant Shard, and based on how many he has in his inventory, 10, I'm guessing they are going to be difficult to get. But it makes sense since you need only 5 of them. I also wonder how different and worth it it's going to be to get different Armor 2.0 sets. Will the stats really be that different? What would a god roll be, for example? The armor mods will be sold from the gunsmith and can be found from gunsmith packages, world engrams, and various engrams. The mods for each armor piece are also going to be grouped similarly to how they are now, like scavenger for the leg piece or mobility on the leg piece, etc. Certain mods will be stackable and others won't. So when you drop in when Shadowkeep comes out, you'll be able to upgrade your armor 2.0 up by 7 energy for each piece right away, it seems like. But then you'll need enhancement prisms and ascendant shards. Again, not sure how difficult these are going to be to get. They say there are multiple sources you can use to acquire these, but if you're interested in being raid ready, you'll want to max out your armor before the raids so you can use whichever mods you want. Plus, upgrading the armor also increases its stats, so you'll have more of everything if you fully upgrade the armor. Like for raids, you might want boss resist mods on, or if it's a boss that's easy to kill with snipers, everybody might want to change their mods to benefit their snipers. And now with Weapons of Light coming back, that was a big surprise, which gives a 33% weapon damage buff, and if these do stack, which it could go either way, have a mix of Well of Radiance and Weapons of Light, which would be crazy. But if it doesn't stack, then have a sequence of Well of Radiance and Weapons of Light going, so even if it doesn't stack, you're still doing way more damage for a longer period of time. Some titans are going to maybe be meh for this change, and some are going to love this change, because it can change their roles during various activities. In Destiny 1, I loved being a titan having my bubble and Weapons of Light. It just felt really helpful. In raids, it was very important to have that weapon damage buff going. This change is going to make killing bosses and even PvP and Gambit totally different now with these possible combinations. Imagine having both Well of Radiance and Weapons of Light. That's just ridiculous both offensively and defensively, regardless if they stack or not. Also, maybe another Titan can be running Melting Point along with another running Weapons of Light than a Warlock having Well of Radiance. So much damage! And each armor set will be either Void, Arc, or Solar based, so you can only use the mod elements that your armor has. And if you press LT or its left trigger on the Xbox anyway, if you bring up the stats of all the armor on the screen and you hover over it, it'll pull a small screen of all the mods equipped, which is nice for a quick summary of what mods you have equipped. Also, it seems like you won't be able to pull Armor 2.0 from your collection until you get the brand new Armor 2.0 pieces again. So everyone would have to go back to every activity to get all these different armor pieces again to be able to pull the 2.0 version from collections. Sounds like a fun time. That's why having this Solstice of Heroes Armor 2.0 will make it easier to start with Armor 2.0 and to just play the game, especially if you want to be raid ready as fast as possible. Then you'd have to worry about running strikes or Crucible to get armor pieces. I guess you could use Vanguard and Crucible tokens or even materials for other vendors on other planets to get the 2.0 armor pieces. If you don't have Solstice Armor 2.0 when Shadowkeep launches, that may be a good tip to try so you have it. One other notable thing, in the power description it showed, your power score is an aggregate of the power value across all of your currently equipped gear. A higher power score improves both your damage output and your defense. Bonus power grows as you gain XP and is applied to all guardians on your account. It resets with each new seasonal artifact. So it appears that bonus power is how you'll level up the artifact? We'll talk more about the artifacts later, so I'm excited for that. The light level shown was 780, plus 1 with the bonus from the XP bonus. There's no way that light level won't be going up way higher, and I'll be surprised if it doesn't because the current max is 750. Is Forge and activity grinding going to be another way to get easy bonus power levels? We'll find out. Make sure you have some of those Fireteam medallions and a ghost that gives bonus XP if you're interested in getting your XP up higher. Another thing to add, you'll be able to equip lots of previous armor skins or ornaments onto the Solstice armor set, and you're still able to put glows on, so that will be pretty cool and unique. What some of them did on stream was select 1 or 2 armor pieces for a subtle glow and that's it, which is smart and unique in its own way. What I've been doing right now is mixing all the armor glows, so I'll have solar glows for my legs, void glows for my chest piece and titan mark, then arc glows for my gauntlets, etc. I think it looks cool and extra unique. It's interesting how when Destiny 2 started, armor didn't have perks, then it got more and more things and more complicated along the way, and eventually it became more like Destiny 1 in the end. Why couldn't we just have started here in the first place? But Destiny 2 seems like it's going to be in a really good place now, and I'm excited to see how it turns out. All these changes are going to be refreshing and going to be exactly what Destiny 2 needs. Feel free to rate, it really helps out. Comment down below what you think about all this so far, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to catch more content just like this. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day, Guardian. Peace.